Even though I'm an avid tech enthusiast, I love my cars, I love my technology, one thing that I've never had was a dedicated PC. I've had a MacBook laptop for the past 7 years, and it's been going good up until recently. It is now time to build a custom PC. Despite the GPU shortage, I've elected to go crazy on all the popular brands, tried my best to get all the top tier components, and that is why I'm calling this the Intel Extreme Upgrade that I've never had. Now, like I said, I've never actually had a PC before. I've always used a MacBook. So everything is going to be built from complete scratch, from the desk to the chair to the computer. None of this is sponsored. I bought all of this with my own money. We got a gaming desk, we got a fake tree, we got a gaming chair. We got a bunch of awesome components, starting with MSI's 34-inch screen. We got a Corsair case. We got a Platinum 850 watt power supply, 1 terabyte M.2 SSD, Core i7-10700K. We got some random speakers I had, and then also Corsair Vengeance. The PC setup's home is going to be over in this corner. We're going to remove this cabinet, remove the picture. To make more room, we're going to move the table and get everything built right here. One of the compromises was for my wife, for me to make this happen, was I had to get a nice fake plant from Costco, and then also get a really nice gaming chair from IKEA, and make the decor work and flow. One of the very first things that we got was a Kraken RGB Z73 360mm water cooling setup with the triple RGB fans. Most importantly, fully customizable display. That was gonna be really cool and really neat to try out. We of course got a platinum certified 850 watt power supply from Seasonic, fully modular, amazing quality power supply. That way we don't nuke our system. We got Intel's 10th gen Core i7-10700K unlocked. This bad boy base clock is 3.8 and turbos up to 5.1. We got Team Group's 1 terabyte NVMe solid state drive to go with it. We also got 3600 megahertz of Corsair Vengeance RGB Pro. One of the really cool things that I really wanted was a Asus ROG gaming motherboard. This is the B560A with Wi-Fi 6 and 2.5 gigabit LAN Ethernet. As far as gaming mice, keyboard combo, we just went with a basic setup for now with one of Razer's Power Up bundle. It's got the gaming mouse, keyboard, and headset all in one. We cannot forget about MSI's gaming monitor, 34-inch curved display, 1 millisecond response time, and also 1440 hertz. And to tie the whole bundle together, we're gonna put it in a Corsair 220T RGB case with 3 120mm fans in the front. And best of all, the color is gonna be white. So now one of the very first steps is we need to get rid of all this stuff, move it out of the way, and get building the desk. This is sadly one of the drawbacks of having to unravel all of this plastic wrapping. Thankfully it protects the paint and the coating, which is good, but I've already gone through a bunch of little pieces, all these little brackets and stuff, all these little brackets. Now I just have the big legs left, thankfully, but man, this is tiring. So now we got the desk all built, looking good. We got our headphone hanger there. We also got our cup holder, and we also got our cable management tray all pressed in there. And also the desk, it came with one of these massive full-length desk pads, so that way you can put it on. Kind of line it up. Might take a little bit for it to eventually settle down. It's been rolled up for a little while, so. So now that we got the table over here placed in its spot, we're gonna go ahead and build the IKEA gaming chair. This isn't an actual ROG product from their lineup, but is inspired by, and I think it's gonna look awesome. So what we got here is the ROG Strix B560A gaming Wi-Fi motherboard. This has Wi-Fi 6 built into it. It's got 2 M.2 slots, 1 PCIe Gen 4, and the other 3 2.5 gigabit LAN Ethernet, and a bunch of other features that hopefully we can dive in today. So first what we'll do is we'll go ahead and unbox it. All right, so now here is the board. Look at it. I love it because it's got white integrated with that brushed aluminum look. of all the aluminum panels. It's got a built-in I/O shield, which I'm absolutely in love with. I personally don't like the look of the ones that you have to put that tacky shield on yourself. I really like that this is all integrated. One of the very first things we'll do is we'll unbox the 10th gen Core i7. This one's unlocked, and it's actually a built-in integrated graphics, because like I said, with the GPU shortage, I opted for this one instead, just to actually get the system up and running, and then we'll be able to get a GPU at a later date. But this is a 10700K LGA 1200 socket, so this will do us just fine. All right, so now we'll take the CPU, go ahead and put it in its spot. There's a triangle to the dot on the corner of the board. Carefully plonk it in. Wiggle test. We'll close the door and we'll slide it in place. While doing that all at the same go. Man, that makes me nervous. That's the first time I've ever done that. Now that we got the CPU installed in its socket, we'll go ahead and install the Corsair Vengeance Pro with RGB, the 32 gig kit. Go ahead and click it till you, or press it till you hear a good click. And just like that. There we go. All right, and just like that, we got the 2 RAM sticks installed, correctly staggered for correct optimization. We got the CPU installed in the slot. Here's a brief overview. This actually lights up, and with the stainless steel and the white integration, I think this looks absolutely sharp. Take a look at that. Now on the list is we're gonna tackle the M.2 SSD. This is PCIe Gen 3, this particular one from Team Group, 1 terabyte. This particular M.2 slot is for PCIe Gen 4, which upgradability later. This is the actual Gen 3 slot right here. So we'll go ahead and put it in that slot, because I believe if the board does not see Gen 4, it actually deactivates the slot until Gen 4 gets put in. So we'll go ahead and put it in the spot here. Unscrew the cover, lift it up, find the spot, just on a nice angle like that, goes down, put it back on, get that awesome peel. Now I didn't want to go for a complete white build, that's why I was liking the fact that the case has a nice two-tone, gray and the white there. And then also same with the board. It's got a nice two-tone with the brushed aluminum look, and then also the white integration in a couple of bits. I particularly chose this case because it's got a lot of cool features. Magnetic dust shield. It's got a couple little bit of front I/O. The front panel pops off. There's another dust shield. And then you also got your 120mm triple fans that are fully RGB. And also, when we remove the thumb screws, on the side panel, Corsair actually includes their RGB controller, which is really cool for the iCUE system. So that is really neat. You got the SATA USB cables here for the controller. You got your front I/O connectors, your USB 3.0 connector, and a couple other things too. So that is really cool. So we go ahead and remove all the thumb screws for the side tempered glass panel. Get that popped off and stored in a safe spot, because this will shatter if it gets knocked over. So what the game plan is we're gonna go ahead and remove the hard drive caddies, because we're not gonna be utilizing those. That also gives us the opportunity to swap out these 3 120mm fans. What we're gonna do is with the AIO that we chose, go ahead and put the radiator and the fans in the front, which as you can see, the hard drive caddy is currently blocking it. So we need to get that removed. That way we can fit the fans and the radiator in the front. What we're gonna do with these 3 fans is we're gonna put 2 up top here, blowing for exhaust, and then 1 on the back right here for another exhaust. And then these 3 here with the radiator are gonna be intake fans. That's where this lovely front dust screen cover is gonna come in effect. That just goes right on like that. And then the front panel goes on in place a bit, so. So like I said, the first step is to undo this hard drive caddy and get that out of the way. So we go ahead and we elected to go with this beautiful NZXT Kraken Z73 RGB with a fully customizable AIO pump. This is gonna be absolutely wicked. We can have the temperature going on the display. We can have a GIF going, a picture, whatever you want. It is a fully customizable display, and that's exactly what I went after. So let's go ahead and get this all unboxed. And here are the 3 120 mil fans with the RGB outer ring, pump brackets for the board, a couple standoff, and also a bunch of extension cables. And then of course, the AIO itself, which is gonna be awesome. So like I said, here's a bunch of the extension cables. This particular cable is a micro USB, and then it just goes to the USB 2.0 header on the motherboard. That will actually give us all the options to fully customize the display, because that's its interface that it works with. We'll put that off to the side. And then, like I said, here's a bunch of the split extension cables and everything in order to get power to the fans, and then also the RGB itself. So now let's go ahead and get the motherboard installed. Do the rear AIO shield peel. All right, now we'll just be careful getting it put in its spot. Ooh, we totally forgot one peel. Go ahead and get that right there. Yeah, nailed it. All right, so now that we got the board all secured in there with all the screws, I'll mount it. I might as well cable manage a little bit, get some of the front IO plugged in. Might as well do that now before we actually get a big radiator ring in the front that will limit us from getting some of the cords in there really nicely. All right, so now that the radiator is hard mounted to the case with the fans, we're gonna go ahead and install the standoffs onto the actual back plate. That way we can get the pump actually onto the CPU. All right, so now that the standoffs are installed, one of the things we can go do is actually install the pump now. One thing that I'm very happy that the die of the pump actually has thermal paste already applied to it. So now we can just go ahead and orient it the way we want. So it's gonna sit like that in the case. Just a nice simple flow. All right, now that we've got that in place, we can actually go ahead and add the thumb screws to each corner. All right, so what's up next is we're gonna go ahead and put in the power supply. This is an 850 plus platinum power supply from Seasonic, fully modular. For what my needs are right now, 850 watts is going to be more than enough. Eventually I will upgrade to 1,000 plus watt power supply. Let's go ahead and unbox it. Look at that. Beautiful fan on it. It's got a hybrid mode, and then also, like I said, it is fully modular, so this will last us quite a while. Platinum certified, so I know for a fact it's a great quality. I don't have to worry about the system being nuked on me or anything funky. And for some reason, if this unit is deemed defective in a couple years, this actually has a 10-year warranty. I absolutely love Seasonic's products. They are amazing. Get it slid in. Perfect. All right, so now that's all mounted. We're gonna go ahead and get some of the 18 pin connectors and the other power supply connectors and stuff, and get it all routed inside and get that all cable managed. All right, so now that the tower is all put together, the next step is we're gonna set up the desk, get all the peripherals, the monitor and all that stuff set up, and then we're gonna plug in the tower. All right, now we can unwrap the monitor. And there we go. Let's go ahead and set up the keyboard, the mouse, and all that other stuff, and then we'll check back very shortly. So for the mouse, keyboard, and headset combo, we ended up going just for the Razer starter bundle. It was $100, honestly, great deal, cannot go wrong. So we got the Kraken headset. We also got the Synosa Lite keyboard, and then also the Viper gaming mouse. So for a starter set, that is a great deal, $100. Got the display port connected, got the mouse and keyboard, same with the little speakers that I got. I've had those forever, so at least something for audio for now. I got the Wi-Fi 6 shark fin antenna plugged in that came with the Asus motherboard. I see lights on, I hope that's a good sign. I already see the RGB on the mouse is on, and then also I already see the lighting on the motherboard on. Let's try it out. Whoa! Will it post? I guess so? Okay, hang on a sec. Okay, weird. That was just a bunch of boot settings and stuff, so let's try it one more time. Promising. And there you have it, guys. So that is everything, guys. Thank you so much for checking out this awesome build series. I've always wanted to do something like this. I've never ever have had a computer like this before. Like I said, I was using a MacBook prior to this. This is a real dream come true, and I can't believe it actually turned on first try. I was expecting a lot of issues, you know, maybe something not plugged in the right spot, but hey, it looks like everything worked out for the best. So definitely click the subscribe button. Also check out the Instagram channel, guys. You get to see all the sneak peeks and all the behind the scenes that make it to that before the channel. So definitely go ahead and give that a follow also. Links in the description down below. Like I said, I wasn't sponsored for any of this, so whether you guys buy or check out those links doesn't matter to me at all. But I bought everything you see here with my own money, no sponsorship, nothing like that. However, if somebody does want to reach out to me, feel free. I'd be very interested in discussing something with you guys. One of the main purposes for this build is I'm actually going to be doing all my editing on this too now. Before, like I said, everything was on the MacBook. I finally have something that I can game with. Now, keep in mind, I don't have a GPU. That will come later. My desire is a 3080, at bare minimum a 3070, but now I can actually have something that I can rely on, do all the cool stuff that I've wanted to do with a computer. It can only go up from here. So, but yeah, that's everything. Thank you so much for watching. Have a good one.